So here we are, camped up at a free camp, and well, actually it's a donation camp, and Aidan is getting our issues with the blackjack trailer jack sorted. So we need a little bit of space and get this sorted so that we can unhitch. He doesn't want to stay hitched, everyone. We need to be able to get unhitched, obviously get the van level. It's been driving us a bit crazy, hasn't it, love?
Yep.
Especially because we haven't actually been very well, and so that's been okay. We've actually just stayed hitched, and we've been into Toowoomba today and picked up the new blackjack trailer jack, and Aidan's just getting that fitted for us. So we are in a great donation camp. It's the for those of you that haven't been here, it's the Chinchilla, in Queensland we are now, Chinchilla Weir donation camp. We're actually down the road end, which as you can see is some huge open spaces. Down the other end there is some toilets, and there is actually about 10 to 12 powered sites. Now we've read on Wikicamps that gets filled up pretty quickly. We got here at 12 o'clock today just by circumstance, not because we were trying to get in. We didn't need a powered site, didn't want one, and after looking at it we wouldn't want to camp down there anyway. It's like being in a caravan park, really quite close together. I won't film that because it's packed already, but definitely great if you can get in and you need power. Definitely a top spot, particularly because it is a donation camp, not far out of town, and we'll go take a look at town when we get the van sorted out today. We'll go on the hunt for the big watermelon. I have seen that. Say something about melons, Aidan?
Yes, but then you've disappointed me.
Why?
You said you'd show them to me, and then this is what you gave me.
Yeah, I promised you a slice of paradise.
Yes, but my paradise is very different to yours. There's no T-bone steaks.
So here is the big watermelon of Chinchilla, everyone. I think it's had a paint job since I last saw it, and you haven't seen it at all.
No, I wasn't here the last time I passed through.
Look what I'm bringing to your life, love. Now, weirdly, this is apparently this was a gift from What If to the town of Chinchilla. So if you haven't been here since 2018,
November.
Can you please just stand next to Aidan? Just give everyone a bit of depth perception of how big it is. So it's not the biggest melon I've ever seen, but it's a melon nonetheless. A big thing of Oz, and we're ticking it off, yeah?
Yep.
So for those of you that love melons, might want to get to Chinchilla for the Melon Festival. February 2025 is the next one. So at the Chinchilla Weir donation camp, this is the toilet block, and down here there is some great little areas where you can just have a picnic. And let's do a quick scan of all the vans are over in this section, which is the powered section I was talking about earlier. It's very tranquil here on the water. Just a lovely spot to come and camp. If you want to do a bit of exploring, Miles isn't really that far from here. The Miles Historical Village is a cutie. We may do that tomorrow, we'll see how we go. Even a communal fire pit, guys and girls, in the caravan section. It looks like a little bit of a bird watch up here too. Might just go and check that out. So actually, it's a camp kitchen and tables and chairs. How good is this? Donation camp. Powered sites, camp kitchen, beautiful views, just absolute magic. is sitting home thinking that free camping is a total dream. Yes, it is. It is a dream. It's great 99% of the time. And the other 1% of the time is actually sitting inside your van or your campsite listening to, I don't know, 4 hours of Slim Dusty that you never wanted to hear. And I like Slim Dusty. But our neighbour really likes Slim Dusty. Anyway, just saying.
You get the generator.
Oh, yes. Yes.
From the other camp.
Oh, yeah. And on the other side's a generator. It's been going all day. And it's probably going to go all night. That is why earplugs are your best friend when you are free camping or camping in general. Yeah. I'll put a link in the the description of my favourite ear loop earplugs. I don't leave home without them, ever. Here we are in Miles, everyone. Miles, Queensland. Aiden wants to know.
It's miles from anywhere.
Aiden wants to know if we can move the air from there to there. It's miles for miles. Morning, everyone. We're at the Miles Historical Village today. It's actually pretty cool. You can see it's set up like an old town. I've actually been here once before. Aiden hadn't been to this one, so we thought we were passing, we'd come in and have a look. Just love having a little step back in time, and this is definitely a good one. Really, it's a real credit to the town and all the volunteers and the Historical Society. They put in a lot of work to keep it running for all the tourists passing. There is van parking out the front, so it's easy to park, easy to come in. It was $22 each to get in today. Probably need to allow at least a couple of hours. The brochure says 2 hours, but could turn into 4, easy. So as you can see, it's set up like an old street. Not many people here today. Mind you, we're quite early. I'm not going to show you in every building obviously, but they've got it set up so that you can come in, and every building is set up. This one's obviously the old store. Lots of fun, lots of history. Bring your glasses. You do need to read a lot. Got everything in here. War museum, cars, yeah, and the old stores. It is really a great spot. You don't mind coming in and having a look at the old little villages, do you, Aiden?
All interesting, and well, you kind of say one. You've seen them all. Well, you have and you haven't.
Yeah.
Because they've all got different stuff, and like not many of them would have the Condamine bells.
Yes, I was just going to say about the Condamine bells. That's what I picked up last time I came. Not sure if you can really see with the reflection. All the bells. So even though they are all similar, you do learn different things and find different things that you haven't seen before.
And remember things you read in other places that remind you, oh, that's why they did that.
Yeah, you remember. I'm not so good at the remembering. So while we're enjoying the serenity of the historical village, found something a bit more modern. I heard this chopper just land when we were parking the van out the front. It must be, I think, the Medivac helicopter. And they obviously land on the oval here at Miles. The hospital is about a block or two over to the left. So how far we've come, hey? Wandering around this old village. And now we're medevacing people out in these amazing machinery out or in. Pull on those helicopters. We're in the pharmacy. I don't know, would you trust this guy? Look. Old matey's off now. God, they're huge. Seriously, how lucky are we in this country? Have medical services like that, especially when we're in the outback. Not that we're quite in the outback yet, but you know, the outer rural towns, to have Royal Flying Doctor, Medivac services. We are so lucky. What have you found, Aidan? I was hoping we'd find it here.
Found a $2 note.
Yeah?
It has the ram from Yanga.
Oh, Yanga Homestead.
Homestead that we were at a while ago.
Yeah.
Down near Balranald.
Yeah, so...
This is the ram. It was bred down there. And
So for those of you that might have missed it, we did a video, didn't we,
Yeah.
on that? So it's our Yanga, stepping back in time, the Yanga Homestead and the wool shed. And at the time we thought it was on the $5 note, and we tried to show you, but no, we Googled and it was the $2 note. So this is the great thing about, as Aidan was saying before, when you're travelling, things link to other things. And there is the $2 note there. Oh, I missed these notes with the ram that was bred at Yanga. So there you go, the old $2 note. If you want to have a little step back in time here, we've got the 1, the 2s, the 5s, the various 10s, the 20 and the 100. But I don't know about you guys, but it's these 1s and 2s that make me feel a little bit old. Gone from this kind of rudimentary healthcare you know, and now we're medevacing people out in huge helicopters, really in a short period of time that has occurred. It's quite phenomenal, really. So you can take the boy off the farm, but not the farmer out of the boy. Off we go to the farm machinery section. So everyone, even though I'd been here before, I've just found something that I absolutely love. And I don't know that this shed was open when I last came. So obviously this Ford truck belonged to, well, it says Condamine Jack. But check out the decal. Can we get this on the Ram, Aidan? This is what we need. Like, yeah, blocking Broncos. No Rams. Like, that is epic.
We'll have to see.
That's my favourite thing today. That is like, I mean, look at, if you're into graphic design and stuff, which I like, I can't do it. I love people that can do it and that are arty. But, you know, check out the colours. I don't actually know what year we're talking, but
Don't think it would go with the white ram.
that is epic. Running on that, I'm going to have to do a little photo of that one.
Another interesting little find here in the corner. 71-year-old tractor. Well, it's a bit older now. 1938. It was bought new in Wagga. The farmer used it down there, and then his sons bought a property up here at Condamine River near Miles. And in 1949 they brought the tractor up here, and it worked on the property out there until 2009, so 71 years of working.
Wow.
Before they drove it in here and gave it to the village.
And how cool.
Yeah.
How cool that it's here and it's, you know, here for everyone to see and learn its story. But 71 years of work. More than some people. Certainly us at the moment.
Yep. Definitely earns its retirement.
Yes, for sure. As well as looking at all of our history, you can get your rocks off in here. Huge display. You could spend hours, probably a couple of hours just checking out all the rocks and fossils, which is always interesting. Loads and loads of them. People ask why I'm a little bit obsessed with rocks when we're out and about. You know how I'm always kicking around rocks, picking up rocks. I think I need to learn how to cut them. Check out this one we just found. All the way from Arkaroola in the Flinders Ranges, and it's azurite, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think. But, you know, this is probably boring for you people who aren't rock nerds, but, you know, you're just walking along, see a rock and you go, oh yeah, whatever, just a rock. And then you slice them open and this is what's going on inside. Bits and pieces of history inside the rock. Just incredible. And actually this is a really great display in here, isn't it?
It's actually world renowned.
World renowned, is it? Because they've also got huge amounts
One of the largest lapidary collections in the world.
of petrified, that's not the petrified wood, is it?
Yeah, some of it's
Is
petrified
it?
wood. Yeah, this piece here.
I thought that was in the net. Oh yes, this is here. And of course they've got where it's come from. Chinchilla, where we've just come from, is known for some of its petrified wood. Just
A lot of this is
incredible.
from Wargong in Queensland.
Just incredible. Anyway,
Some of
check
it's
out
from
this piece
Roma.
here. I'd just like to ask, where's all the tourists? What is going on?
I don't know.
We pull into every free camp and it's packed.
Well, not quite, but
Oh, donation camps and
the
stuff.
last one was. The one before that wasn't too bad.
Well, it's pretty busy. The weather's perfect. Where is everyone? It's like it's
Probably at the next free camp that we want to go to.
setting up already. This is a ghost town. That's what it's like. Ghost town today. I'm sure it's probably not like that on the weekends. So that's a wrap on the Miles Historical Village. So it is called the Miles Historical Village in Miles. What was your take, Aidan?
Oh, it was very interesting.
Yeah.
Definitely had some stuff that I hadn't seen before in historical villages.
And so good people, van parking out the front. And just when we were coming in, actually one of the things that I love is that you can take your pets in with you. So if you are travelling with pets, you know, often you miss out on things. You don't need to miss out here. So long as your dog's on a lead or your cat. They said they've had cats, birds, dogs.
Yeah.
Lord knows what else. You can actually take them in with you so long as they're obviously under effective control and you clean up after them. So don't forget your poop bags. But that is so awesome. I absolutely loved seeing that. And also, Carol, if you're watching, hi! So great to meet you. That was really lovely. So thank you for helping us out today. And we love the village and I'm sure we'll be back some other day.
Yep.
Don't you think? Yeah. Bye. Do you know there's a Monet's Garden in Australia? Yeah, it's known as the Monet Gardens in Miles. Although I'm not sure that Monet had a, where is it? Over that way. A sawmill in his garden or road trains hurtling past. Nevertheless, it's a great spot to stop. Great spot to stop for lunch. Probably was once a campsite. As you can hear, pretty noisy. But there is this gorgeous garden and a great walk if you're travelling and you just want to walk or with your pets. And if you come in, I think it's kind of earlier in the year through to the beginning of autumn, this water area, lagoons, is covered in beautiful water lilies. So there's a really interesting history here about a Chinaman called Sam. So it's called Chinaman's Lagoon. He sounded like he was a bit of a rogue, a Chinaman over 6 foot tall, weighing about 13 or 14 stone, here in the 1920s and haphazardly growing veggies out here and causing ruckus in town. So that's really interesting to read about. And then also they have these pink water lilies here, which I'm going to try and zoom in and show you because there's actually 2 out and they're quite rare. They came from Undullah Creek, and apparently people from the world over come to look at this particular pink colour. So there you have it. There's a whole history involved with those as well. So you kind of pull up at a lunchside stop and you didn't really know that you were going to end up in Monet's garden in the outback. Hi everyone, just jumping on quickly to say, if you haven't checked out our community page on our YouTube channel, go and have a look at that. It's just to the right of the playlists. If you'd like to go and check it out, you'll find loads of information on there that we don't put on our videos. Because when you're on the road and you're traveling a lot, as many of you that do YouTube would know, it takes a lot of time, even though we don't do any fancy editing or anything like that. So there's a lot of times where we don't necessarily film anything. If we're not feeling it, we're not feeling it. We just don't do it. We've actually just had a few days where we've both been quite unwell with a cold / lurgy.
Not really unwell, just
yeah, not
off
like,
form.
Not like flu unwell, but yes, definitely out of sorts and out of form for us. So we've travelled for a few days. The weather wasn't great. We just actually didn't want to be filming stuff, like we just didn't feel good. So we just didn't film it. So the point of telling you this is to say, if you'd like to check out some of these awesome donation and free camps that we're staying in and passing, it's definitely worth checking out our community page on our channel, because we are doing campsite reviews of both free camps and donation camps, caravan parks if we happen to stay in them, although we try not to stay in those, and we don't stay in them very often, but we're staying in showgrounds. Oh, sorry, mosquitoes. And there is also, like, if we go and do something like a tourist attraction and we haven't filmed it, well, we'll pop a little review on there. So go and check it out.
Well, even if we have filmed, we'll probably put the review on there just so that there's a bit more detail.
Yeah, we're trying to do posts so that there's links and things for you as well, because we thought if we can use the community page to the full of its potential, then that means for you guys it's a one-stop travel shop. Fantastic Oz one-stop travel shop. Just because if you are following and you're going to be doing the same routes, or you're thinking about planning a trip in the same area, it's really great to know that you can go from this point to this point to this point. Yes, you can read your Wikicamp reviews and all of that. We certainly do that on the road. But it's also great to just have a look at a few photos and things. So come over and have a look. I'll pop the link up here. So there's a couple of the pink beauties just here. So there's a yellow as well. But apparently